Welcome to Gone Outdoors. Kyle Agre and Scott Brewer of Brewer Agre Outdoors. Talking hunting, talking fishing, and talking just about anything you can do outdoors. This episode of Gone Outdoors is brought to you by Ray's Sport Marine, your local Lund Boats and Bennington Pontoon dealer in Moorhead. RaysMarineMoorhead.com. Adventure RV across from the fairgrounds in West Fargo, your number one RV dealer in the FM area. AdventureRVSales.com. Are you fishing for a snack or gas in Lakes Country? Lakeland General Store is your one-stop shop in the Lakes area at the junction of Highways 59 and 34 in Dunvilla. Devil's Lake Tourism, Line-X of Fargo. This is Line-X Country, home of the adventurous. And Onyx Fish. Find your next fishing spot with Onyx Fish. onxmaps.com/fish. And it is so great having you join us this Labor Day weekend edition of Gone Outdoors. Scott, it's always good to be able to hit those markers in the season, those transition. We've talked about the transition of the seasons quite a bit the last couple of weeks, but you know, this is one of those marking points, those points in time when we can say traditionally we're rounding the corner. Labor Day, a holiday weekend set aside to honor all of those in the labor force that have made this country great over so many, many, many years. And long weekend with a lot of traditions with family and outdoor activities. What do you got planned for the holiday weekend?
Well, we got a relatively busy weekend. After the show today, we got to go down to our camper on Strawberry, and they have a great big pig roast going on. There's been some guys there that I think started cooking last night. They have a big fundraiser going on for veterans for the honor flight. So most of the resort will be there hanging out, telling stories. So, you know, which is really what Labor Day weekend really turns into is, like you said, a whole bunch of people getting together, having fun, maybe making a big meal or two. Well, we're going to partake in that today. Tomorrow we're going to go to your cabin and do a little, do some fishing, maybe do some videos, do some photos, and we're going to get all the Brewer Agre families there and hang out. And again, we're going to eat. We're going to have a big fish fry and hang out and tell stories and talk smart. So it should be a pretty good weekend.
Then you got Monday to kind of rest up, get everything packed up, and head back to work on Tuesday.
Yeah, for a busy week next week. Those of us, you know, this holiday is for the labor. It's for those that go out and work every day, whether it's weekends or Monday through Friday, whatever it is. If you have a 3-day weekend, it's not like there's somebody at work doing your work for you on Monday. So it's stacking up, and those 4 days, you get 5 days worth of work in 4 days. So next week will be very busy as well.
Absolutely. And speaking of busy, Scott, this past week has been really, really busy. I know this is an outdoor show, Scott, and traditionally we do the hunting, fishing, and anything you can do outdoors. But I think, honestly, doesn't football fit into the anything you can do outdoors? Because it's really been
in the fall.
It does in the fall. It sure does. And what a fun week. All the news with Carson Wentz and Adam Thielen coming to the Vikings. And it just gets you fired up. If you didn't feel the excitement of fall before now, it's here. It's here. And the football, the archery deer season in North Dakota is open. I did even see a couple of folks that have some bucks on the ground already here. You know, that's exciting as well. And that's a big season. There's a lot of time yet ahead of most of those folks, but still exciting to have it open, exciting to get those things started to roll forward further into the fall season.
Yeah, you know, for some of those guys, I think it can be, and it has never happened to me, so I'm speculating. I'm thinking it can be kind of a bittersweet moment because you wait all year for this archery season, which is usually pretty long, and a lot of guys spend a lot of time out in the field. And if you happen to see your target buck or get a really nice deer that first day and you harvest it, well, your season is over. And I think for some guys, yes, they were successful, but a lot of people, I believe, probably don't want it to go that quick.
Yeah, well, there is that, right? You have to you have to balance that piece of the emotional pie when you are taking the shot. But there's the old saying, don't pass on a buck that on opening day that you wouldn't on the last day of the season, right? And so you get your opportunity. It might be the only one you have. And the great thing about, if you are someone with that kind of a problem, which, what a problem to have, right? I guess you're going to have to spend the rest of your fall shooting ducks and geese, maybe chasing some pheasants or grouse. Maybe you're going to go fishing. There's plenty of other things that are really, really fun that might occupy your time the rest of this fall.
There certainly is. And that doesn't mean you still can't go out and sit in a stand with a camera, take photos, or just watch and see and learn and become a better hunter for the next year, because time in the stand truly does make you a better hunter. And there's nothing preventing you from doing that too, if that is the case, if you're fortunate enough to shoot or harvest that beautiful animal right away.
Yeah, and bear seasons are going, and there's just so much happening right now, Scott. This is the exciting time of the year. We've been talking about it for a few weeks now, and it's happening. We're in the midst of the beginnings of the dominoes falling, and I love it. I love seeing it. I love watching it all unfold with our friends, where you see the pictures on social media, you hear the stories, you get the calls from those buddies that you're close to, and the excitement in their voice, and hopefully some of you, in addition to sharing that excitement with family and friends, you're partaking in it yourself and enjoying the outdoors.
Speaking of bear season, Kyle, you've been applying in Minnesota for a few years. Do you think next year will be the year that you're going to get drawn?
Well, do I need to knock on wood here to make sure that'll happen? We've been accumulating points, and so that's kind of been the strategy up to this point, and next year we'll probably start applying for the tag itself, and hopefully we'll be successful in our endeavors. And you never know, next year at this time we could be preparing to hop up into a tree and wait for a bear to come by. That would be pretty exciting. But in the meantime, Scott, pretty exciting. We've got a great lineup of guests coming at us today. And again, change of season, mix of season. We're in that time of transition. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. Jeff Benda, wild fish and game chef. He's been on the Gone Outdoors before several times. He's going to give us some tips on early season game preparation, some things that we can do, and to make that game really, really delicious when we bring it out and serve it to our family on the table. We'll talk to Randon Olson of Lockjaw Guide Service. Fall muskies are coming around the corner here. What are we going to do in terms of targeting those fish, strategies, options, and some things we might want to consider. And then we'll wrap the show up with Corey Heiser. He's a professional angler. He is preparing for the national championship of the National Walleye Tour here coming up in just a couple of days in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We'll hear from him, see what he's doing to get ready for that event and how things are going out there. It's going to be a great one, and we're glad you're riding along with us. We got to take a quick break here, folks, but don't go away. We'll be back with more Gone Outdoors.
Looking for somewhere to get all your fishing information in one place? Onyx Fish Midwest is something for you. Search for new fishing areas with filtering features such as species, abundance, trophy potential, lake survey info, regulations, and area insights are just a click away.
Getting to your target lake has never been easier with access points and public land ownership clearly marked on Onyx Fish. Mark and customize waypoints and weather for your exact location. Use code BA Outdoors to get 20% off Onyx Fish Midwest at onyxmaps.com.